Hey everybody, what's up? First things first, we had some camera problems today. The good thing is, we only lost some of the audio. We'll get that back soon. So join us on an adventure in one of Idaho's best kept secrets. Just north of Stanley, the gateway to 2.9 million acres of central Idaho wilderness, we invited 4 of our most adventurous friends to join us on our annual end of the summer camping trip. There are 4 rules on this camping trip. It needs to be in the mountains with plenty of pine trees, some adventure locations nearby, and a river would be nice. And the last rule, no pets and no kids. This is our weekend to act like children, so let's meet our friends. Yes, we do have friends. So meet Jason and Pam.
Hello everyone!
And Frank and Winona.
Yep, we up here camping again. 30 years of Bloomington trips, woohoo! Doing good.
30
and we got many more to go.
Now that camp is all set up, let the adventure begin. First stop, right on the highway, next to the Salmon River, we have hot springs. Idaho has more than 200 hot springs. Over 120 of these are soakable. That's more than any other state in the country. So if you're into hot springs, Idaho has plenty of places to soak your bones in some hot water. Construction of the Sunbeam Dam began in 1909 and was completed the next year. Located on the Salmon River, about 12 miles downstream of Stanley, the Sunbeam Consolidated Gold Mines Company built this dam for power to run their gold mill that sat 13 miles up the Yankee fork of the Salmon River. The mill and mine only operated for less than a year before they went bankrupt, and the power plant was never used again. The dam's fish ladders eventually fell into disrepair. Then in 1934, Idaho Fish and Game blasted a hole next to the dam so the salmon could once again move freely into the Salmon River Valley. Only a few miles up the Yankee Fork, we find our first signs of a monster ship that still exists in this canyon. Yes, I did say a ship, right here in the mountains. This is what's left of a dredge pond, a gold dredge. We'll get into that story in a minute. First, we need to visit a ghost town. Welcome to Bonanza City. Settled in 1877, this was the first major settlement in the Yankee Fork area. This was a mining town, and they were looking for gold. The town's population peaked at around 600 people. In 1889, most of Bonanza burned to the ground, and most of the people left after that and moved towards the next big strike. Bonanza was mostly abandoned by 1910 and left to remind us of the booms and the busts of our history. 1880. This is John H. Lee, Freemason. Died 1888. This is unknown. This is the Yankee Fork Gold Dredge. In the spring of 1940, the Snake River Mining Company started digging a pond big enough for the construction of their gold dredge. The dredge is 112 feet long, 54 feet wide, and 64 feet tall, weighing in at 988 tons. There are 71 buckets hooked together like a chain, with each bucket weighing over a ton. A mere 4 months later, it was complete. The dredge only needed 8 feet of water to float and 10 feet of water to start working. It used winches and cables that were anchored to the shore to move. Next, they would drop the spud, a large stake, into the ground as an anchor for the rear of the dredge. Then they would lower the digging ladder 3 to 5 feet at a time, sweeping back and forth, and lower with every pass. The digging ladder could reach 37 feet below the waterline, so it would dig relentlessly until it hit the bedrock or it couldn't reach any deeper. Then they would move it just a little bit, only 3 to 8 feet at a time, and do it all over again. The pay dirt is carried up 4 stories and dumped into a hopper, then into a trommel. A trommel basically washes the dirt. Anything smaller than 3/8 of an inch gets washed through the holes in the trommel, directly into a series of sluice boxes where the gold would collect. The dredge chewed up and spit out the dirt in this valley from 1940 to 1952, only pausing for a few years during World War II. The dredge only made it 5.5 miles before it was abandoned. The dredge had made it to the end of the claim. They say only 40% of the gold was removed by the dredge. The other 60% went right back where it came from. Gold panning is allowed in this canyon. Maybe you could find that gold nugget that was too big to fit through the screen of the trommel. But now, after a lot of hard work and donations, you can still come and visit this amazing piece of history. This is pretty cool. Big old dredge, just basically abandoned in the mountains. It finished its job and it still just sits here. Big old half piece of a gear. That's about 10 feet across. And then the other half is right over here. And that big square rod is the stake. It's called a spud. So I call it a spud bar. Jam that down in the riverbed and they start digging. And this would shoot out all the rock that they went through and build piles behind it. There's a big pulley behind me. And a big bully. Oh, they got a bent beam. Something happened. Okay, well, we are inside the dredge. This thing is massive. $8. Water pump over here. Dang.
I was gonna see if you're gonna lift it.
This thing is huge.
That's your spot. That's your anchor point for the.
Where all their power ran through.
So the wicks would raise in that. Sure. Yeah, but it's placer gold. It's all placer gold through here. So So that's what took
Well,
place
there's the
here.
controls.
Yeah, you can just wear all the controls out you want to.
You can wear them out?
So if you look down here, you're seeing all the cables, and that was just part of his job to make sure those things get tangled when there's winch in this back.
That was jammed.
Oh, okay, so he,
Yeah.
sure, he could see the
You
winches.
could see what was going on there.
Sure.
That'd be like your fishing
this one's
pole if you got a bird's nest. You'd have to, till you get it tangled, you can't do anything.
Jason said I should look in here and see. Just the top of the bucket. The bucket chain. Those weigh 1 ton a piece.
They say they only had 3 accidents in a 10-year period. That's what they show.
Big old door.
That
Feels like a safety violation.
Some more accidents.
Where's their harness hookups?
Oh man, this whole deal. And but
Yeah, they wouldn't make it through that, I don't think.
Hey, thank you very much.
yeah.
Yeah, do a nice job.
So and that's your bowl gear around the corner.
Oh, that's the gear that was laying on the ground.
So where are y'all from? So, Hoboken. Have you been finding any gold? No, well, here.
Look how big that gear is. That's the same gear that's outside in front that's broke. This was the replacement.
Yeah,
Yeah, but, I mean, stuff from all over the world that come from New York.
That's fool's gold.
Shoot, just chuck it out and make piles. There's really steep stairs. There's the mouth of the trommel. That's where all the junk rock would come out and the good stuff would go through the holes.
So you know if they would have had bands and stuff like that, the water come up this way, but that
Check out all these sluice boxes.
from there, come down,
And there's just as many on the other side. And the trommel's right there. So all the stuff out of the trommel comes here, hit these sluice boxes. And this is where you'd catch your gold.
Yep.
Yeah!
Relax skeletons.
No, he's in better shape. Big old D-rings. That's easy recovering there. Is this the motor? Oh yeah, that's 2 of them. Big old Ingersoll Rand. There's the exhaust pipes. Drill bit.
This
Rock
is,
bit.
This is the Barda.
No, it's a rock bit. I can
Oh,
tell.
yeah.
I had
That's here for this.
to use that at work to jump start it.
Yeah. That's what he was telling me.
Oh, so it probably still turns.
Yeah. So he said the one of them still.
You better pick that wrench up for me. I don't think I got it. That's a biggie. Hey, that's the same size of bearing I found at the ghost town last week. We got an old crane here too. That's pretty cool. It's an oldie for sure. That's pretty awesome. Right next to the dredge. Still got a motor in it. That storm finally blew some of the smoke out. Now it's time to relax, hang out with our friends, maybe have some adult beverages, and kick it near our pretend fire.
No cursing.
Only on a Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
Shouty turns around and quick.
She's like, what are you doing? What happened?
If we're in this, you're in it too.
No, I'm not.
Whatever.
I don't like it.
Guess what?
This is your
Days
fault.
are gone.
No, I just.
Here we are, the gun.
Yeah, look at the
That is
fire.
very hot. Don't touch your fingers, that's very hot. Don't
Yep.
go like that.
Don't put your... My buddy found a spot where there's some salmon. Trying to make it upstream. Create the next generation. Let's go check them out. Oh, my wife just found a tree structure. Got some possible Bigfoot evidence here. But I think it looks man-made. Somebody's just playing around. Well, I forged the river. I saved you guys the grief of watching me stumble across the river. Let's go see some salmon. You just gonna catch them with your hands?
If I can, I will definitely fucking try.
Hey, there's children watching.
Huh?
There's children watching. They upstream more?
Thought I'd take a chance.
Okay, this is where we've seen them in the stream. Let's see if they're under the rock. Did you see any? It's kind of deep over there.
That was the boy.
Will they make it? Oh, will I fall down?
Taking water.
It looked like a martin.
Okay.
Little weasel.
Yeah.
Is he on this boulder?
Yeah, he's on the back.
The more I think about it, this little guy, I think he's a river otter.
Straight
This is the first time I've ever seen one. Awesome.
See over there?
No.
Right there.
Oh, there he is.
Sounds like a little fish to me.
He's like, man, you ruined my day. Oh, he just dove right back in. Holy cow, they swim crazy fast.
Oh yeah. Well, they're long, streamlined, and muscle.
Yeah.
He went around the next boulder.
There he is. He's gone.
He outie. Oh, we scared the ducks. There they go.
Oh, well.
Man, this is a big old lake.
Heck yeah, it is.
I bet you it's not very deep though.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably a couple feet deep.
This
A
would be
couple
a,
feet of water and about a foot of mud.
I bet you'd be a good place to bring a kayak, do some fishing. We got a toad. Where are you, Toady? There you go. We found a big old camp spot by the lake. I almost think this is a different lake.
There's your boat ramp.
Yep, boat ramp. Launch your boat here.
4 drive in, 4 drive out.
Better bring the flat bottom. It's probably not very deep.
Yeah. That's a different mark here. Yeah, you see a lot of fallen trees over here. This area.
It's a baby. We got a little fawn. Follow mama. Oh, yep. Boink, boink, boink. I lost it. Mama. Mama.
Hey, it's 39 degrees now.
It got colder?
It's sad to see this adventure end. That means summer is over and fall is right around the corner. We had a great time hanging out with our friends in the Chalice National Forest. I hope you did too. Thanks for watching.
Hey, my brother from another mother.
Laters.